Happy Tuesday, if this is your Tuesday. If not, happy day, whatever one you have. I came on a little bit early because Gina is having a hard time keeping their eyes open. So Gina, if you would like to ask a question before you fall asleep, go ahead and I'll do yours first. And if you don't want a reading, that's okay too. Hi, everybody. So did you guys read the news? Eliza says that it has been raining 12 hours. Look at this. 12 hours of light rain. Perfect. And even better, more on the way. I bet you that makes you relax just a little bit, huh, Eliza? Hello, Fogo Pogo. Okay, Fogo. I have, Kaylee, I've got your message. Got it. You guys can go ahead. I know I started early, but you can go ahead and put your questions in. Hi, Donna. Welcome. Hi, Rossi and Brenda. Hello, Lisa. Yeah, so Gina, if you have a question, you go ahead and put it up there and I can get to it. Let me see here. But yeah, we're really thankful for the light rain happening in Hawaii. Yes, yes, yes. That's my family and my dogs. Okay, so we need a little bit of extra help here. You can't squeak your toys. You can't. This isn't a sound healing, Coco. Hi. Hi. Did you want to come up here? Hi. Do you want to come up? Come here. Wait. You want to? Where are you going? I promise I'm not talking to myself. Well, come here. That's shy and silly Sid. Yeah, I see you. Rossi, I have your question. Sorry. Yeah, Ness. My dogs barked. For the first time, I went over and saw whose channel was I on? Gosh, I'm not going to remember their names right now. It's like they just left, but they were ringing a bell after they did a reading for my dad and my Uncle Mitch. And like every dog in the household was just like, who's ringing the bell? It's funny. I really can't remember the names. I can see the faces. I just can't remember the names. Let me see here. Okay, so there's been a couple fires, Eliza. Well, it's not boring over there. Okay, Ness, I see your question. Oh, you're good. Okay, Gina. You hang in there. And when you have to close your eyes, you close your eyes. Donna, I see your question. Let me see. Oh, Annie Bear, thanks for looking forward to this. You know, Annie Bear, not to give too much away, but I had a client today that reminded me of you because the readings were all in stories. It was really fun, and it reminded me of you. Okay, welcome, everybody. My family is in the background, and I'm okay with that. I see you given wings. I got you. And Annie Bear. Ooh. Yep. Annie Bear, I have something, and I didn't know this was a thing until my kiddo was tested for it. And when my kiddo was tested for it, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but it's like dyscalculia. It's like when people see the letters backwards for dyslexia, but it's for numbers. And so I didn't realize that my mom and I had that until my teenager was tested. So yeah, my mind goes somewhere else when numbers are around. And I really wish I knew that language. Yes, Hypnicity, I got your question. Hi, Selenite Junkie, I have yours. Wayne, what part of Vermont are you in again? Are you near Bennington? I couldn't remember. Ooh, a new dog. Check in with that. It's 1:30 in the morning. Gina, we should all sing you a song so you can go to bed and have good dreams. Okay, so yes, I recognize all of you guys. If you're not putting in any questions, but you would like to, I have it. So you have to subscribe at least 5 minutes. So you need to go, so you just have to hit subscribe if you want to be in the chat. And then you can ask a question in all capitals. And there's a free sound healing from Coco. Okay, Ness. Thank you. Lullaby and good night. That's right, Eliza. Well, thank you for saying hi to us, Gina. I appreciate that. I do hope that you sleep well. I'm going to go ahead and start. First up, I have Kaylee. I didn't star you guys in order, but I have you starred. Okay. Is the harp with the light chords I'm seeing when I meditate linked to light language for me, or is it all in my head? I can play them with my fingers and get chills when I do. Great question. Okay. Hi, Rose Blue. Okay. Let me see what they say. 파도 티타노마 여마 아시마 티아티아나. 아 투이타노 시타노 타파 와시마와 이와. I'm just feeling my feet on the ground, grounding myself. Feeling my sit bones as I wiggle around and just taking a couple of breaths. Releasing my day. Releasing my day. Releasing my day. Calling your people in, calling my people in. Kutitanoshita and our helpers. Yapanuitita mashimawa. Calling our people closer and closer still. For our best and highest good today. Kuna pama kuikya, kya kya. And they're saying, Kaylee, wouldn't it be funny if you found like the right chords to like open something? They're like, like the movie where it's like boom, bing, bong, bong, bong. What is that movie? It happens at Devil's Tower where I've been. What's that movie? Close Encounters. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. When they find the like right tune to connect. They're saying that the light chords are just a small part. It might seem like it's very big right now because you're exploring it and having fun with it. But that is, that saying, like one side of a coin, but it's like you have four sides of something. They want to say, okay, you guys are going to have to help me because it's like, it's a shape, it's geometry, I think. It's like a decahedron. Hi, Sal. And like, so there's like, it's multifaceted. There's different sides to this Fogo, and it's really exciting to know that this is just one part of it for you. So they're like, go ahead and have fun, play around with it, explore with it. I'm asking if it's all in your head, and they're like, even if you have a song that's in your head, like your whole body responds to it, and that's the beauty of frequency and light language and these light chords that you play like a harp. There are things that expand. Hold on 1 second. Okay, what is that? So I'm not sure how many sides because I'm terrible at that sort of stuff, but this is just one piece of it. It's multi-sided, and I'm not exactly sure how to say that. that word. Okay. Yeah, a song in your head. And so even when we have like a song stuck in our head and we might be like a little frustrated and we're not sure what the message is, not that that's what's happening with you, but it's one of those things where the cool thing about oh my God, my words are coming out right. The cool thing about sound is that they're saying the word of like it reverberates. There's like no box, even if it's in your head, it just keeps going and going and going and going. Thank you for trying to help me, guys. Yeah, so a deca, the deca part of it is part of another, like what you were saying, this one. So you might have a 12 side. Yeah. So fear not, more is coming, and it's exciting. I feel excited about that. What does this mean? Hi, Carol. Hi, Beck. Hello, Jennifer W. If you've been struggling with making noise, so I feel this is a part of it. Okay. One thing they are showing me is if, you know how people have tension in between their shoulder blades and this like upper back tension or achiness. One thing you might want to try, Kaylee, is imagining that you can even imagine the person in front of you that you're working on, or if this is you, just imagine you're in front of yourself, and you put however you see those cords, put them right along in between the shoulder blades. Excuse me, and try finding the vibration or the combination. And I feel like it goes right through like bone, muscle, that sort of thing. So when you're playing around, when you go to that healing group that you do with Tanis, you could even like practice with them as well, where you actually look and see those chords on somebody physically, and yeah, channeling and speaking your mind. So one thing, I did have somebody who that I know that has a new language, and it sounds like a Native American language. And he reached out to me, and he wants to pick my brain, and I'm so excited to be able to hear it and to experience it. But one thing when we're afraid, not afraid, but we just have like you're not sure how it's gonna go or be received, is to actually record yourself. You can record yourself on your phone, which is handy because most of us have a phone, so you can go ahead and record it on your phone, just so you can get used to speaking it, and then you can get used to hearing it. And one thing I would really recommend is you have that lovely group that you meet with. You could I'm sure that those people are sensitive to energy work. Is to if you, when you feel comfortable, is to speak your language to them as well, so they can tell you what they experience when they hear it. And that's just a really good way to start when we're not sure where to begin. That's a great place to begin. Is just trying it when you're by yourself. Wiki, I got your question. Carol, I have your question. Hi, Jonathan. How's the light language going? Oh, okay. Okay. So this is what we're going to do, Kaylee. So go ahead. Yes, I'm getting a yes. So go ahead and we'll just practice together while our chatters hold space for us. So what if we imagine putting the cords on your throat, because there is a lot of tension that I'm feeling right now, and putting the cords there. And it's almost as if take some time, Kaylee, to go ahead and whisper to some of those chords and say, like, I give myself permission, or I give permission to the sound to begin to emerge. Even if it's not tonight, if it's not tomorrow, but just knowing that this is a safe lifetime for this to happen. It is a safe, if you feel, Kaylee, that this is a safe lifetime for this to emerge, because it may not have been safe in another lifetime. And if it's for your best and highest good, you do that practicing where you put the harp chords right here or see them right here. And when you touch them, it's like harmonize with what's coming. And just letting your the muscles know, everything in the throat know, like in the ears, just let them know that that when the body is ready to help this emerge, just let them know that you'll step aside to let that emerge. And I think the first thing to practice is that the harp here. And just to practice, and then when you start practicing in the throat area, just pay attention to your physical body and see if there's another place that you can put the those harp chords. And that's such a great way to begin because you're working on yourself and you're your best teacher. So you get to experience what it's like for you. Yeah. Yep. Time to come out of the cave. That's right, Annie Bear. Yeah. I know that I had throat issues when I was younger, when I didn't want to be in a place. Like Christmas was really triggering for me, being an empath and having like those unsaid things happening in the family dynamic right in front of me in a living room was too much for me. So what I did was I'd give myself strep throat so I didn't have to talk to anybody. I just like shut myself off so I didn't have to talk. I've had readings before where I've actually lost my head several times in different lifetimes. Um, so yeah, we might have lost our heads for practicing this in the past. But if you feel like this is a safe place, a safe time, and you have that beautiful, that beautiful group that you meet with, and that always helps support this for coming out. Yeah, you're welcome, Kaylee. Aloha, JJ. My light language is coming out more and more since I started learning how to just let it flow. And it's helping me find my voice, which I struggle with because of so many lifetimes. Yeah. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. You just have to decide, is this, feel it out. Is this a good time for this to come out now? Okay. Let me see. Who do we have next? Rossi. Cool question. Okay. Hang on. This might be loud. I almost feel, Kaylee, that strangulation. So just know that that's not going to happen in this lifetime. You will not be choked to death. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. One more thing to think about, right, Kaylee? Okay. New guides on the next steps. Okay, Rossi's people, come on close. Kiapama piatutonoshte tamakiawa. Manui pa. Yeti tano totonoshte ta ye panui patui tanoma shewa. Poka na tonoshte ta. Rossi, I kind of feel like this might be piggybacking on Kaylee's is finding the voice because they had me go to my lapis lazuli, which I love. It's good for the voice. It feels really good on my throat right now. Is finding our voice, our way of communication, and I believe you have been part of the conversations over on Tarot Stash Gerald's every Sunday when Karen and I and Gerald talk about channeling and how the light language is different. So it doesn't have to be a spoken language. Let me see what they say. Pama kue tama pawana, shemama kue pama oshamayiwa. Ye tita na shtitawa. So I see two guides, and it's really sweet. They have like a homemade banner, like a finish line that runners would run through, and like break in the middle as they're running through it. So they have that, and it's really sweet because you can tell that it was made out of branches that were special for this, meaning they're not just from the ground, not just from the tree. It was chosen specifically, and it was cleaned up. And then they have like this. It's like a natural kind of fabric. And it has like some green sprigs of something, meaning, there's growth, there's peace, but they're holding that up for you to run through. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so you've listened to all three of those, Rossi. So, um and it's interesting when I see them. So they're holding it. You know what? You know what the sprigs remind me of is like the what is it called? The Grecian times, Greece, where they would have it would be like green. I don't know if it was fig. I don't know what it was, but they had like those green like headpieces on. It reminds me of that, and they're dressed from those times, and they're holding it, and they're like, it's not like they're just holding it still for you. It's like they're kind of running around in front of you. Like, I don't know. It's almost as if they're like, wait, she's over here now. Oh, wait, she's over here now. So they're paying attention to where you are right now. Um, but I'm also seeing you being the person in that time frame who really loves to run barefoot and laugh and be playful. Um, like long hair in the wind, very natural. It has a carefree feeling to it. Um, Laurel, thank you. Olive leaf, yes, yes, yes. And it is really sweet. Jamie says my daughter wore one when she got married in the mountains. That's beautiful. Yeah, and it's like I see you wearing this like the same material, something that's not it's just like a natural material, like long sleeves, almost bell. It's like bell sleeves that come out, long sleeves that it don't specifically, it doesn't go all the way to the wrist. It just goes right here, and it flows out. It's long, but not to the ground. They're very specific with what I'm seeing. So it's almost like you're kind of putting the guides, but they also wanted me to say guards. Like they're paying attention to you more now. Because it's not just a straight line. Like you like to go over here, you like to go over there, and you like to run. So that is happy. It feels like they're paying attention to you. And you know what I really appreciate about that, being me, not Tutah, is that sometimes our guides have us running around, like trying to catch up to wherever they're going. And so I really like the shift of this where they're like, it's a happy thought for me to know that they're paying attention. And, they're like, no, you go through this finish line. But it almost seems like the finish line is also the beginning, which makes sense. Yeah, your interest is a bit all over. Shematia Tianyak. Yeki Tana Paku Ama Shematia. And it's like you're picking apples from different trees. It's different varieties of apples. Like you go over here and you pick some of those apples. And you're like, oh, but I don't have that kind. And so you go over there and pick that. And they're like, all the apples end up in the bag. So and with all of those different varieties of the things that you are learning, it's going to make like the most like the best apple pie ever. You know? And they're like, I was like, well, does Rossi need to like be like not running around? And they showed me a horse, like a stallion, kind of like like you wouldn't put a halter on a wild horse, and it's just like you would be tugging, and you would escape it anyways, because you do have the thrill of learning, tasting, just taste all the apples. Yeah, taste all of those apples. I think that might, so the next steps, they're like, well, we didn't quite answer your question. But again, they're bringing me to that time of, of the Grecians. Is that what they're called? Like, I'm like, what are the next steps? And I see you walking down like the marble steps. So it might be that, maybe connecting to that, that timeline or that time, and see what you come up with. Keep us updated. Hello, Ness. Hi, Lori. And Samantha, hello. Hi, Sandy Miller. You're not too late. Right on time. And Rossi's collecting apples for us for the best apple pie we've ever had. Okay, Ness, do you see being assigned to this project, or will they find a replacement early December and I can take all of December off? Okay. Sounds like it sounds like the goal is to take December off, right? Time off. They're giving me that feeling of being the saying, run too thin. They do like to give me sayings, and I say I'm wrong. But I looked at your outline, and they took like this energy ball, and I'm like, oh, cool, they're going to do some energy work. And so they started going through you. And again, this is another throat thing. Pamakoti tanoka, mashe matyatia. Yeah. Ness, they're giving me this feeling that, they can, your helpers, they can go ahead and put like scaffolding up to like kind of hold you up, and support you. But they're saying that is not the best way to go, and it's not going to hold. It's not going to hold you up. Okay. Okay. I think this is you listening to yourself. So it was supposed to be a 5-week project, which is why I worked so intensely, and now they want me to work another 10 weeks. Ooh, oof. Hmm. Yeah, they're just saying, again, they can help and they can do the scaffolding in the throat area and whatnot, but they are saying that you're running yourself ragged. Um, like they're like, we could do some energy work, but it's almost yeah, like they're saying the word slumber, like tucking yourself in for a while, like resting the brain, resting the voice. Pako ano ka pama ushima wa yewa. Pato titano ma shewa. And tapano itita, I'm like, they're saying that you might need to put your foot down because if like you're the person who's really good at this, and you're not putting your foot down, they're not going to be finding anybody else. Is the feeling I'm getting. Um, "Panma tututo no shite tamakia tita na shite tana yawa," and I'm like, "Is there a way around?" And they're like, "No, you have to." Um, you did put your foot down. Yeah, yeah. Tucking yourself in for a while would be having all of December off. Yeah. Yeah, if they are not, "Pago titano shita," if they're not gonna bring in help or if they're not gonna find someone else, "Ya pano titano shita yema titono shitama kyawa, ye titano shitawa." So it's like, they're talking about the turtle and the hare in the race that they do, um, and they're like, "You need to be more of a turtle, like, more slow and steady because you just went really fast." They're actively trying to find people, okay. Yeah. They are showing me a stick that's being broken in half, and I feel like that is you're just like, "Here's the project. I'm breaking it on my knee." It's just like, "This is what you want me to do," and, like, you're breaking it on your knee. So energetically, you're totally putting that out there. Um, but we also don't wanna feel like we're stuck. Papaku edfutunoshte tanayama shemawa. Yeah. It has a lot of sass behind it, the stick breaking. Oh my goodness. Do you see someone coming in and taking over? Everyone is tired. Oh boy. Okay. Panu katu titanu tama kiawa. Okay. Do we see anybody coming in and taking it over? Like taking it out of your hands? I am not seeing that, not meaning that that's not what's gonna happen, but what I But I am see they're showing me things like the stick breaking, and then they're showing me a balloon, and it's like a red I think it's a red balloon, and they're just, like, popping it, but not, like, popping it, they're like, "We're just gonna deflate this." So I'm sorry I don't have, an answer for you, um, but I can share the funny stories of what your people are doing. I know that doesn't help you out at all, I'm sorry. Um, yeah, and also, Ness, I'm not sure if you've been a part of the Healing Light series that Kevin has on, Kevin Lewis on his channel, but we're doing it this Sunday. It's I think it's something like around, 6:45, 7:45, where we just a bunch of people come together and we do just different modalities, and that might help support you. Yeah, energetically support. Donna, will I be moving soon? I'm just gonna go ahead. We're gonna do a little thing right now, everybody, because it keeps going to my throat. Hmm. It's not even like we're doing a clearing of the throat area for people. This is it's interesting because they're bringing in like this cool liquid that is like it's like the best liquid. You know how people look for the fountain of youth or whatnot? This is like better than that. It's like this cool liquid. Um it's pure. It has like a slightly sweet taste to it. And they want to just to go in, not even in, it's even on the outside. Um, so just give permission if this is something that you would like. It's this cool water. It's like they're calling it mother's tears. Has an angelic feeling to it as well. And they're talking about how sometimes we like physically warm up. Um, it's almost like that could be the first part of like not even knowing that we're triggered, but just knowing that there's something that we need to do. And we're figuring out what to do, but it's almost like one of the first steps is the flush in our body or the heat in our body. And they're going to the temples for headache. They're going for stress, going down the back of the head into the tension in the neck and the ears. Feeling it in the shoulder area, putting extra on the throat. It's almost has the energy of like a gentle waterfall. And especially for those people who feel like they have like the lump in the throat, or they from the beginning of our time to right now. And if this feels right for you, we'll just say, I forgive Apakutanoshita. I forgive Pitonoshita Makyotutya others from the beginning of my time to right now. Panokama Shema Tiatya Shewa. Just so we could step out of this story ourselves, we say, I forgive. Paku Eshtetano Kyatyatyanyashtitawa Kawa. Others who may have hurt us intentionally or unintentionally from the beginning of our time to right now. And feeling the connection to those stories lighten, whether we're aware or unaware of it. Again, forgiving others who have hurt us intentionally or unintentionally from the beginning of our time to right now. So we can step out of that story and out of that energy ourselves. And going down into the heart space, just saying it one more time. I offer forgiveness to those who have hurt me intentionally or unintentionally from the beginning of my time to right now. So I can step out of that story myself. Pano titano papangu iti kama koe. And there's some freedom and space in that. Kiatoma paku ama shema tiaka. Ma koe mama kiawa nuishiwa. And I forgive myself for hurting anyone. If I was aware or if I was unaware of what I was doing, I forgive myself from the beginning of my time to right now. I step out of that story. Stepping out of the story of guilt, of shame, of fear from those storylines. I relax my belly, my digestion from those stories, the current ones and the ones that happened from the beginning of my time to right now, stepping out of those stories for my digestion health, for my heart health. And these stories that we're stepping out of, and again, either aware or unaware of this, is so we can be lighter. Some of that tension can go away, as if we're disrobing from those stories. And being vulnerable. And stepping out of the robe and into the light, feeling the light shining on us, surrendering, and just feeling like our those spiritual gifts that the mediumship, the channeling, the light language, any of those stories, we stand here vulnerable with an open heart, if that is in our best and highest good. As if we have this beautiful book that has no writing on it, and we just open this up and we say, I'm ready to receive. I'm ready to receive. Feeling any of the entanglements, being tangled up in this lifetime and past lifetimes, ancestral stuff, feeling ourselves untangling from those stories that we are actively disrobing from. And replacing doubt and doubting ourselves, patukama, with curiosity and playful investigation of what's coming for us, what is coming for us. Pama kutama shtatanyawa. And just seeing there's someone in front of us and they're just like, they're offering this, it's either like a clover, a flower, I'm not sure what they're offering you, but they're offering you something. And they're like, let me be the first person to put something in the book. And it's something to go ahead and press for this remembering of this time where we are surrendering. Kutano kapano shtita. And going to our lower back and just saying to the muscles in our lower back or the things in our hips, our knees, whatever it is, wherever our body likes to chit chat with pain, we're just going to offering to step out of that relationship we have with that chit chatting part of our body. Sometimes we get tangled up in that too. Stepping out of that, and just feeling that beautiful, cool liquid coming in. Raising our frequency, our resonance, whatever it is, just feeling us becoming more enlightened with this, almost that we glow. And when we've got this beautiful like white glow, golden glow, whatever color glow, it's like it almost burns off that disharmony of pain, that disharmony of the things we hold in our belly that messes with our digestion. Feeling it in our joints, our hips, our tendons. And while we are emanating this beautiful bright light and feeling this beautiful healing liquid, you can invite somebody in. I see like a child running in. Kutama kokayewa. You can invite people that have stepped out of the physical, your guides. You can even invite in this beautiful, open, healing, surrendering time. You can even invite anyone from that's here with us on this earth plane to come in for a little bit of healing. I see a cat coming in. Pamakuaka, because they're like, the light is to be shared. The light is to be shared. And sometimes when you feel like your light is dimming, find somebody with a bright light and share. And vice versa, if yours is nice and bright, share it with somebody who might be feeling that their light is a little less. I hope that makes sense. Okay, Donna. That feels better. I still feel it in the neck a little bit, but that feels a little bit better. Good job, everybody. Good job. Okay, Donna, will I be moving soon? Tama paku tano. Instead of focusing on the soon, they want me to ask you a question, Donna, about if they want to know, like, if you're focusing on your feet right now where you live, like, how does that place, like, your community where, how does it feel there? How does it feel where you're living right now? Because they're focusing instead of, like, a time, they're focusing on how are your feet gonna feel, um, like, your whole body, like, how is the connection to earth gonna feel wherever you move, would be, the question that they are posing. Because how beautiful it's bad where you are right now. Yeah, okay. And they say that there's a little bit more to that. Is there a little bit more to the question, that you'd like to share? Okay, I used to live, where you want to move to, and it was beautiful. Yeah. So I think since we did that surrendering in the wide open thing, if you wanna just visualize with me, Donna. Yes, but I don't want to be all emotional. Okay. Um, so I see like we have this white glow, um, and this and just they're bringing in surrendering to the fostering the gifts that that we've been working on or we're looking forward to having Apanu papau pakotamashtita, and through this like this white light, because your book is wide open and there's this white light, um, and it's really I'm not sure what your relationship is with the cross, but they're showing me a cross that is. I'm going to draw it and show it to you after we're done visualizing. But I can see a scene unfolding in this beautiful white light ahead of you. And I can see some blue kapanuka, some of the color bluish. It's like, can you see anything through this white light, this white haze? Panukao Shewa, and they're like, and you can also feel with your feet as well. Like, what would your feet feel in this forward vision, this forward place? It's almost like they're helping you try on things, like if you were looking for clothing or like a new car. They're like, let's try this out before we do the move and see how it feels. Panuaka panuishtitanoeka. And the cool thing about this, Donna, is you can, when you envision like you have this beautiful open book, um, and this beautiful light that you're shining. They're like you can see this forward vision here and see how it feels and investigate it, but you can also open up another one over here, Amakotita no shita, and try that out. And it's okay if you don't know exactly where those locations are. It's just a way to feel with your feet, and feel with your heart space, just to see how your energy would do there. And it's okay if it's an unknown destination, because once we kind of do this like rotation to see, where would your feet feel, like the connection more, and then we can go from there. Yeah, and Annie Bear says, I would ask the land, how may I be of service today? Yeah, your move could be triggered by completing something. Oh, that's an interesting way to look at that. And then Jonathan has some interesting things too to say about geoastrology. That's really cool. Do you have any recommendations for that, Jonathan? Have you done that before? I think it's one of I think it's one of those things, Donna, where it's kind of one of those things where you close your eyes and just kind of feel where you want to go. Like for instance, we had this really beautiful place to visit, and we loved it, on Lake Champlain in Vermont. And some of the family members moved to this area instead of it just being a camp. Like, this was a well-loved place. And then there's those times when like, your story is done there, even though, like, you have a real connection with this place, and you think that you're not gonna have this beautiful connection, like, ever again, because you have so many memories there. Um, and it's almost as if nature was holding it was, like, so much support in this place that, um but when we did step out of that land, and out of those homes as a family, even though we struggled a little bit, we did find beautiful energy, that was different, and in a good way, somewhere else. So, now that that's out of the way, they are giving me the number 15. That's not my strong suit, is finding time. Papamau titopa kutama pako tano kapayiwana apapanui yetita 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 papakutama tanya pa tano kapa pakatana kya pama mawa yetita. And again, they're showing me that visualization where I just see you get to decide. Like, I'm like, well, what does the 15 mean? And they were like, well, it's in Donna's hands. And I know that's a simple thing to say because there's lots of things to do when you're moving. But they're like, I see your bare foot is stepping through that, like, that glow, that haze, right into that future place. Like, and I know how easy that seems in a very complicated story, but that's what they're saying. And I feel, I'm not sure how old you are, Donna, but they say that this next place, definitely choose it with the feeling of the feet, the feeling of, like, community, because they're like, if it lines up right, this is going to be a really good place to stay. Yeah. And now Rossi's like, I'm leaving where I live. As everybody's now gonna everybody's gonna move. But it's true. That was the hardest thing for my, mom was to step away from this place she super loved, but she knew that, as a family, we needed to pull away from that place. Yep, where to set down roots. That's what I'm looking at now. Hypnicity and Donna, you guys are not alone. I know, I know there's several people here. Yeah. And I gotta say, guys, it's like, the more like, this community is so supported that, you know, I feel like together we're growing. We're just growing together. And it's like, oh, wait, where I live doesn't really feel right anymore. And I feel like that's the time. Those are the times that we're kind of in right now where it's just like, oh, I thought I was going to live here for longer, but we're not. So, yeah. Yep. Jamie says I go where my grandkids go. I'm in Idaho. I don't know where St. Anthony, Idaho is. I live near Boise. Yeah. Yep. And then there's this way of thinking too, because well, you love the project of finding a dwelling and fixing up the dwelling and like yeah, that's your passion, but your passion is changing from what we were talking about. So yeah, I hope the next one's permanent as well for you, Sal. Yeah, I'm feeling lighter too, Sandy, from that meditation. The Utah mountains. My language loves Utah. I mean, Tutah has Utah in it. Okay. Let me see. I know we're going nice and slow, but there you are. We're going nice and slow, but I feel like that's where we're at right now. Next time you're going new. Yes, that would be nice because then you could focus on the animals outside. Hypnicity, you have family in Boise? Cool. Yeah, I like it here. I like the energy. The energy is gentle and strong here. Yeah, I love Utah. Okay. Rose Blue is going to Florida with her parents this winter away from Texas. Watch out for the gators. And my husband's family, mom and dad live there in Florida. And in Florida, I don't know if they have it other places, but when his mom has this great accent from growing up in Lowell, Massachusetts. They have these things like these screened in rooms, but instead of calling it a screened room, they call it a lanai. You gotta go out to the lanai. But the way she says it is, I love it when she talks. Great accent. My teenagers love her. My whole family actually loves her because she's a hoot. Math is like, it is another language. It is absolutely another language. I'm trying to learn the golden ratio. My mind goes numb in numbers. Why? Let me see. Golden ratio. Okay, Tutah, why does sometimes something presented to us just doesn't make sense? Our brain doesn't go there. Pau Tutah, mako tano kya. Ieti tana tiapako a shamau kyawa. Ha'ututunumosh tano kyapawa. Aye tana. Panoka. Aye tana kata shewa. Aye tatuitamash titawa kyama shewa. Okay, so they're instantly Annie Bear. They're bringing me to a tree, and they're talking about the different layers of the tree. They're like showing me the bark, but they're like, but there's different layers, on one side of the bark, but there's also that layer that about. Pano tita mashtita, ye tita, that may not be able to be seen with the human eye. There's the energetic layer, this light layer. Pakotamashtita titanokia panoshtita. Ye titanoka panoshtita. Like, for instance, one time I was hiking and I really wanted to go where these 3 trees were. It looked like a great place to sit down. And when I was walking up to it, I stopped and I was like, oh, you could feel like the energy of these 3 trees. And I was like, can I have permission to enter? And they were like, no. And it's one of those things, if we were to talk about, like, you're trying to learn the golden ratio, like, have a conversation with it. Treat it like a living thing, like the tree and the energy that the tree has, and say, is there another way for me to learn this, or to see this, or to try this on to see if I like this? And again, just a little bit of advice that they gave before. Patukano tatako ashamawa kya yewa ye titanoshtita. Just having a chit chat to see if, like, learning this thing that we are like really wanting to, like, understand and investigate and be curious about. Just having a chit chat of why we can only go so far, and then just asking from the reading that we had before, where it's like just saying, that this is a safe time to unlock some information. Yeah. Yeah, just have a conversation with them and just see if there's a few things you can do before you enter into the language. Ask permission. Just let yourself know that if it's for your best and highest good, that this is a safe time for you to go into the language. And it's so interesting because I'm like, okay, well, if the language that you want to learn, this golden ratio, the number language, is right here, it's almost as if I see you are going this way. And again, it's like a back way, because when we're presented with something and our brain shuts down, it's just like how if you're sitting in front of a therapist and they're like, well, tell me how you feel. But it's like a sound bowl, or nature can go this way into the back door, or a side door. Yeah. 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 You know what you're really good at too, Annie Bear? Is giving a gift. Like, I can see you bringing things from nature and just being fostering this relationship with, like, even your guides, and be like, okay, you're asking me to do something and I'm trying to do it, but it's kind of interesting. Yep. And here's Sal. Sal can help you out as well. Yeah. I knew you would be great at gifting. Woo it. You have to woo the golden ratio. You need her to open up. Thank you for your question. Okay, this is happening today. My ears were buzzing, like the silence. I was the only one in the house. it's like even the hens outside weren't even saying anything. It was like quiet. And it was like, it's like when things are quiet, it can be quite loud. So yeah, I'm feeling my ears. When will the latest download be done? Pautuka naka ma estetano kya panui ashtetana ka ashtetano kyana estetana ka pano kyawa shewa mawa tuitana koeshma tia 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 na shewa na kyawa pano ka tutano esteta yeta atitonomosteta waka nosteta yetita. So they're so hypnicity, they're gonna play around a little bit. They're saying sometimes when someone is exhausted, that there might be a leak somewhere. Patutita mako tata no katanashtita. Ye tita naka ashtita. Ye pano katanashtita. And they're showing that there's a pamokuta noshtita. I'm not sure how your back feels. I'm curious to know if you even have like a scar you don't know where it came from or a birthmark or something, but they're showing me that there's this like a gash on sometimes my left and rights aren't correct in the readings, but I'm seeing it on your right side of your back. It's kind of like a little bit of the upper mid back, like right near your shoulder blade. I don't know if you ever get like a stabbing pain there or something, but they're showing me that there's there's something right there. And they're like, how about we panoka panoka shema tituno nostita ye titano kapanoka shewa ashtetano kapanoi yeta. And they're like think of a place that you truly, truly love, and we'll use some of the things there. Whether you've physically been there or someplace that you dream of. And they're like, we can put the feelings of that place right here to like pakutano kapano shita, to like pack the wound. Tana katoma, ye tano kapama. You've had 2 shoulder surgeries. Atoka no kapama, ye tamashtata. Pano kapama shtatano kyapa. But what an interesting way to think, because it hurts my heart. Like my heart hurts thinking about this. But if we find a place that we really, really love, it's not even a place. I almost feel like it's laughter. I feel like it's laughter of like the grandma, laughter of you being a child. It's like being playful and laughter. Atutitama oka toto shtetano kapama shtetama kyawa ashtetano pama. And it's almost as if the grandmother is calling you the little spark, because great things are going to come from that little spark. It's such a cute little nickname. Papanui tadnoshtita. So it's almost like the grandmother is packing it with the laughter and that like wild, free feeling of being a wondrous child. And having a grandmother. And this grandmother energy is like, it's okay if people don't have a grandmother, because I can be their grandmother. Like I am the grandmother, and she's coming in and she's giving it love and she's packing it. Atitama patitononoshtitama kyawa. Ye ta. Matui tano kapanoshita. And she's like, you're talking about your surgeries. Kotanok, yeah? Ye pa wa shema ye wa nuika. Ashemawa. Ashemawa. Patutono no shitano kapamama ye wa ma kuewa. And they're like, imagine you have these beautiful heavy wings, even if it's energetic, even if it's like an imaginary wings, yours are heavy. Pano kato, it pulls. Kopano tanoshtita. Ye tanaka panoshtita kyapama iawa. And they're like, how would we adjust the balance of this? Because you have these big, beautiful, yours are like, the big white feathers, but there's some weight to it. So they're making like this they're like coming in with somebody who knows how to work with harnesses, the horse stuff, and they're like, okay, so what we're gonna do is they're gonna be like, the straps are gonna be like this wide. they're like, and we're gonna do this. I can see the leather. I can see what color it is. They're like, we're gonna do this harness. Da 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 ba 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 ba. And and they're like, we need to put something in the front too to balance this out temporarily until you get used to it. I'm not sure what they're going to work on it with you, on how to like make it a little bit more balanced. Which reminded me. Oh, I forgot to show somebody the cross I saw. Which I will do after this. You were the last of a generation. Okay. Okay. Well, welcome, Starfish Jenny. Welcome. Just going up and reading to see if I missed anything. Hypnicity. But there is that beautiful grandmother energy. Pakoano shema tiatiama kotama papawa shemawa atita. Have you ever connected with a grandmother guide? I know I really love my grandmother guide, even though she can be to the point, like a grandmother can be. She is loving on you, hypnicity, this grandmother energy. And she does feel like she has a very earthy feel to her. I can see the weathered skin, and I can see the wrinkles from smiling and being in the the outdoors. So you do have someone out there looking for you. As far as the downloads, you have an orca grandmother guide. Nice. That's so interesting that it's an orca and your ears are squeaking, because that's kind of how they communicate. Orca grandmother, can you help with that? Pamakoka. Anoka tutanoka noshti tamakwa shiwa. I'm sensing like that feeling that Orca's sending in the dolphins, like the playful dolphins. Yapanu itetopano shemawa kyama. Ashtitana yama tietiana ko shemawa kyapana ashtita. Titano kapano kya yetita, just to help with the alignment. Pama tuto no mama ko titana. But I know what you're saying, Hypnicity, with the latest download, because I've been feeling the exhaustion too, where I just want to like, I'm so tired like during the day, and I have the opportunity to take a nap. However, when I lay down, I can't sleep. It's like I can't even rest when I'm laying down. But yeah. Okay. Good night, Wayne. Thank you for hanging in there with us. Sleep well. Okay, Hypnicity. That's what I've got for you. You said that you have a Swiss grandma. Kutano kiata me etoka oshtetano kapa. I'm not sure, but I do know there's like this love of the outdoors and a love of being, because I see her near the trees. Yeah. Annie Bear got spammed with junk mail. Yeah. Well, Hypnicity, I am wishing you the best. I'm about an hour and a half now, but if you guys could come back next Tuesday, if you have time, what I'm going to do is write down, I've got selenite, Jamie, Wiki, Carol, and then I also have, I know Jonathan asked a question, and we'll put you guys first. How does that sound? Your family crest has a fir tree? Yes. I love that. I love that. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and step out of this, and I'll look back and see who asked a question, because I know we went nice and slow, but I have a glass of wine waiting for me. So it was a pleasure. Thank you, everybody. I feel so much lighter having done this than, yeah, I really enjoyed it together. So yeah. Okay, everybody sleep well. Give me updates on things as they happen. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.